Got a big prep, but as y'all know, when I get locked onto something, that's it. I don't think about nothing else. And We Seek and We Find did give me a thumbs up. I saw it in my Gmail. I don't know which of the three sites. It wasn't on this one that I could find. 11th. All right, so it was at my Telling Truth 3 site that We Seek and We Find, which I follow greatly. Uh, I'll say keep them coming. I derive a lot from their videos, so I want to promote their site since they came on and made the comment. But they like the May 9th. They've always been about May 19th. And but they've always, that May time zone every year, and once May passes, they just go to the next May. Just like once something passes that we think is going to happen, we just go to the next one. And So I invite y'all to subscribe to that channel along with Front Row Info that has also come on from time to time and commented. And they're all about the Gateway Arch and October 28th. So um, just very interesting stuff. Very interesting. Oh, and I'm babbling, I'm daydreaming. You should subscribe to both channels, is what I mean to say, if I can get my thoughts back together. So the transfer portal of time goes back and forth between September 11th and May 11th. And I just feel within my heart of hearts, I want to tell you something else too. Remember the 5th of November. This is the Guy Fawkes saying. It's always the 5th of November. What is the full quote of what is the 5th of November saying in the cryptic world that we always have to decode? It's saying November's what, the 11th month? But it was once the what? The 9th month? It's saying 5/9, 5/11. That's what it's saying. Whether you believe me or not, that's what it's saying. That's what it's saying. It's saying that's what it's saying. Remember the 5/9, the 5/11. And I do believe we will. So if we run that date, it's called the gunpowder plot treason whatever thing. Let me find the exact date, 1600s. So it's November 5th, 1605. You want to run it? You have four. These are the numbers as you read them across years, months, days. The days are 152,849. The going down day is 152,847. It's 21835 weeks. So you got 83 murder code in the weeks. So that's a check. You got 5022 in the months. That's a big check. In the years, months, days, it's 41866. 86. Fused with 66, which is the book of Revelations, the 86th book. Now, Marty knocking down the Twin Pines, also on 11/5, was 1955. And that's really 9/5, isn't it? Because November was once the 9th month, December, decade, decameter, 10th month, October, octagon, octopus, 8th month. So it's 68 years, 6 months, 6 days. 68 is a reversal of 86. 66, the book of Revelation. Marty knocking down the twin trumps on 11/5/1955 and Back to the Future. On the rising day literally gives you 68, reversal of 86 because he's rising. 66, the book, which is the book of Revelation. Look at the hours, 6:00, 6:00. Look at the minutes, 36:00, 36:000. We know 36, the triangular number, when you add 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 all the way up, plus 35 plus 36, the sum is 666. The days are 25:025. So what we really then have to look at is V for Vendetta film. And the V, of course, is the divine feminine. It's the V, the VAG. It's the female reproductive. That's what the peace sign is when you see people flashing the peace sign. They don't give you much in the URL for what we're looking for. Let's see if the date kicks us off anything. It is 133 in the minutes, straight up. Revelation 13:3, deadly wound, but did live. 133 in the minutes. That's now, notice the 11/17 as it came out on 11 of December or 17 of March. So 11/17 is heavily cryptically coded right there. It came out on 2 different dates. One at the Butt Numathon. Butt Numathon, Austin, Texas. Also known as BNAT. So V for Vendetta was there on the 11th, and then it was released worldwide on the 17th. So you have 11/17 and 13/3 coded. So that's telling you this is the cipher. Let me hook up the 2 dates for you so don't waste your time. And what's weird about the dates is the way they wrote it. They got the 11, and then it says December 2005. And then they've got the 17, and they've got March 2006. So they gave you 11/17 on purpose in the front of each date. Is that how Wikipedia always writes dates? Skyfall, Wikipedia. Yup. That's how they always write dates. So anyway, knowing that they do that, they gave us 11/17 for the code. Now, this date is keyed in. Let's go with it. 18 years, 5 months, 8427, 6726. Ooh, are you kidding me? I didn't see it at first. I'll bet y'all saw it. 6726. 726 is Antichrist in English gematria, which is simple gematria or English ordinal times 6. So it worked. It did it. That's all we're looking for was V for Vendetta. Does either date give you a hit? It's a direct hit for Antichrist. Let's go March 17th. That's funny because March 17th is actually was a gigantic high watch day for me when I was high on the Ides of March, which is, it's still in play. 6630 for the rising day. 66 book of the Bible is, of course, Revelation. the 630 and the 217 personal ciphers, the 159 in the hours. So definitely are not going to get into that, but that's good stuff right there. 726. That 726 is Antichrist. If you key in Antichrist, where it's English ordinal or simple gematria, it's 121, but English gematria is English ordinal times 6, or simple gematria times 6, where A is 6, B is 12, C is 18. And there it is, 726, which is Antichrist. And that's the amount of days on his rising for the V for Vendetta. Premiere date of December 11th. 6726. Wow. That's a direct smash, isn't it? Direct smash hit. What else did I have up here? That's fascinating right there. My friend who's got 718 in her number, she's born right before the winter solstice, 12 times 20 times 1966. Last person I dated, she's got 4718, 4, Porsche 911, Porsche 718. When you multiply her by my number, get to 38, the 88, the 86, the 68, which is a reversal of 86, again with the 86, back to the 68. So it's nothing but death and rising, 86ing and 80 and 68. Death and rising, 86ing and 68ing. When you run her to the event date or the rising date, she's got 2096 in her days. 2096 is Eve in Strong's Concordance New Testament. The opening of the book of Revelation is all about the church, the bride, or the Eve, as Jesus is the bridegroom. He is the Adam, the symbol of Adam, the other Adam. The Antichrist is the Black Adam, per the movie The Black Adam. Look at her months, 688, again, reversing of 86ing the 88 on the rising day, or the 86ing day. Wow. That was my last relationship. When you run Donnie Darko, it's a Cannes Film Festival release, 259, the 86ing day. You literally have the date of his rising in the days, 8/5/11. Rises on the third day spiritually on 5/11 from the 5/9 event, and to the 86ing day from their Sundance, 8,511, the date. But I want you to look at the years, months, days. That's Eve, Strong's Concordance, Old Testament, 2332. 23 years, 3 months, 20 days. 279 in the month. 79, of course, is murder in simple gematria or English ordinal. Not English gematria times 6, but English ordinal. The simple gematria. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3. You go to the Donnie Darko worldwide release, to the rising day, 8,233. But the weeks is perfect for rising, 1176. 76 is Adam, Strong's Concordance, New Testament. We know he's the Black Adam. So look, go back and look at the weeks again. 1176, 76 is Adam, but what is 11:7? Revelation 11:7, the beast rising. And that's how many weeks it is, 11:7, 6 on the rising day. If you run the Donnie Darko to the 86ing day, it goes down to 11:7/5 in the weeks. Well, what is that? 1, 17:5. Revelation 17:5 is Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of all harlots, all capitalized. These are direct smash hits. October 2nd, 1988, to the event day, 13,003 days. Revelation 13:3 coded. 35 years, 7 months, 7 days, which is 5 times GOD. GOD is 7154, 3577. It's perfect. Absolute perfection going on here, folks. October 2nd, 1988. When Frank got the right eye wound on October 30th, 1988. Wow. Ah, are you kidding me? 426 months, 9 days. That's 4269. Watch this. James Bond card tag 4269. It's the No Time to Die car tag. There it is, 4269. So they bounce that number off of the Donnie Darko date. I'm sorry. In Donnie Darko, when Frank got the right eye wound, it was on October 30th in the movie. So the right eye wound of Frank the Rabbit, which was all throughout the movie, to the right eye wound day, it's 426 months, 9 days, 4269 coded, James Bond's car tag. No Time to Die. Because then it turns into 611, doesn't it? On the rising day. Wow. That's so big. No Time to Die to the 5/9 date. 31 months, 1 day, 3/11 coded, or March 11th coded perfectly. 134 in the weeks and 6 days. What's Trump and I's combined number begin with? 1346. Remember, he is 6 times 14 times 1946. 163464. Times my number 82362 because I'm 7 times 6 times 1961. The first 4 digits begins with 1346. If you look at No Time to Die to the day he goes down, look at the weeks and days. 1346. 134 weeks, 6 days. 34 is murder in one of the gematria codes, I believe. Yeah, full reduction. But the key is 31 months, 1 day. That's 3/11, March 11th code. March 11th, 2020, we all know the deal. On the rising day, what does it turn into? 31 months, 3 days, or March 13th code, when Mr. Big told everybody, stay inside. This is perfection. Skyfall, 8 years, 6 months, 13 days, 86 coded. 3118 days, 3/11. There it is, March 11th in the days. I don't know why I didn't pick up on that first. My brain's just like, that's spaghetti. So you have 3/11 in the days. If you go to the rising day, what I want you to do, I love the 8615 because that's my code. My number is 82362, and I was born at 10:46 a.m. 8615. There it is. 8 years, 6 months, 15 days, 8615. But if you include both dates from Spectre's release, to the rising. It's 3/121. 121 is Antichrist in simple gematria. It's also 102 months, 16 days. That's 121 fused with 216. Which, if you remember, December 16th, 121 fused with 216. 216 is 6 times 6 times 6. The other James Bond card tag, 121 is Antichrist, so it's 1216 or 121 fused with 216. The length of Spectre 22808 on December 16th, I was 22808 days old. But yes, include both dates. You get 3/121 Antichrist. Everything's a direct smash hit. So James Bond, Dr. No came out on May 8th, which is the new moon. If we go to this new moon in May, it is on May 8th. It is at 11:21 p.m. 23:21. What's 11:21? 1:21. I'm sorry, the new moon is May 7th. It's May 7th. At 11:21, which is 1/121. That's the new moon. The full moon is 9:52 a.m. That's the full moon. I think he's going down May 9th, moon in Gemini, rising on May 11th, moon in Cancer. Cancer, all the astrology signs have a corresponding planet that rules them, except Cancer. It's ruled by the moon. He is known as the moon child because he was born on a lunar eclipse. So he rises on the sign governed by the moon, Cancer. May 11th, Saturday. Goes down on a Thursday, rises on a Saturday. Dr. No also had a premiere date. Dr. No, Wikipedia. So just like they did Batman Begins, you have to do James Bond Begins by tracking the Dr. No. October 5th, 1962. October 5th. 22,499, 6176. We do have Adam coded on the rising day. You do have 97 coded on the 86ing day, and the 97th verse of Revelation is the opening of the seal. The 98th verse is crowning. The weeks is 3213. That moon is 2321. That's just minutia. It's not really any. It's just stuff I noticed, but it's nothing. But let's move on to the next one. What did I have here? The transfer portal. How it transfer portals back from May 11th to 9/11. We discovered the transfer portal of time back in 2022 as the Donnie Darko month. If you look up October calendar 1988, it was an exact overlay of the calendar. In January 2022, January looks backwards and forwards. The movie Tenet is 10 going backwards and forwards. We discovered Janus Tenet, or January 10th, 2022, was the transfer portal of time date. You went back 465 days. Trump said he had the illness on October 2nd. You go up that many days, and it was a total solar eclipse, which the outer ring of a total solar eclipse is Corona. You go back 465 days. Trump said he had it. That's when we knew we had nailed it. At that time, we went back 37 days. It was a total solar eclipse. We went up 37 days, and it was the snow full moon in February. And the 37 progressions are key because 37 is the 12th prime number. 12 is the number for the church. 37 goes into 111, 222, 333, 444, 555, 666, 777, 888, and 999. 37 is the key number. So is there any month this year and by the way, the national championship game was on Janus 10 at 2022 also. So hang on just a second. So no months this year are an exact overlay. Well, I started in May, all the ones that have 31 days. So the only one that resembles it, other than the fact that it's not 31 days, is June of this year. And June 2nd's on a Sunday. So I guess June the 2nd has to be a high watch day for us just based off that. And and June the 30th, when Frank the Rabbit got the right eye wound. Because it's an exact overlay. April is not, I did not look at March. March was close by a day, but no cigar. Okay, so June is the only one that's an overlay. So that's something to remember. But that's big, the fact that it does that. Let's go to the 33 progressions. Yes. So this was a big deal. On the right is the transfer portal of time, 37 progressions. Okay. On the left are the 33 progressions of my Mayday friend and myself. I have a Mayday friend who is a mathematical anomaly with me. And she's born May 1st, 1985. Her number is 9925. I don't know why I'm showing that. What I should have showed, my mind's just, I'm thinking about other things. Like if my mind starts to drift, I'll be saying one thing. Let's go to her on 3/11, 2022. She turned 13463 days old. Now, Trump and I's combined number, 13463. She turned that many days old on that fateful day of March 11th, 2022, the 2-year anniversary. 33 days later, I turned that many days old, the next 5 digits of Trump and I's combined number. 33 days after that was a total lunar eclipse. Things happen in threes. Boom. We knew the Lord had given us a cipher or a code. Trump and I's combined number has 322 in the middle, has the year 1968 at the end, which was the MLK and RFK year of their FAKE STAGED events that took place without really taking place. Wink, wink. And I will show you that 33 days later, on April 13th, I turned the next amount of digits. Wonder what her number was for that. Yeah. Anyway, I'm 7/6, 1961. So you see 22196. Trump and I's combined number. Next 5 digits, 22196. So it was an anomaly. It's big. It's gigantic. And the next, what I want to take you to, I guess we need to look at 516, the next progression. And let's run it to May 11th. It's Antichrist, 726 days. Look what the Lord did. Look what the Lord did. That's Antichrist in English gematria, which is simple gematria times 6. From the lunar eclipse of 2022 to the rising day, it's 726 days. So we go back to where I track those progressions, and it lands every 33 days, right? It was March 6th. It lands on the total solar eclipse. Remember, he rises 33 days after the total solar eclipse that makes the X across America. And it's 144 for the church up to the Ring of Fire eclipse, which I believe is the abomination of desolation. So starting May 11th, they're going to kill 1 out of 4 people between then and October 2nd. That was 1054 Trump's time of birth, and I clicked it. Did y'all see it? It said 1050, 408. 408's total solar eclipse. That was weird, but I'm not surprised. So the transfer portal is a 37 progression. It's 23 progressions landing on May 10th because he goes through the portal on May 10th and he rises on May 11th. And then May 11th is a perfect 33 progression from me and my May Day anomaly that hit on March 11th with Trump and I's combined number. And it's 792 days. 79 is murder in simple gematria. I'm just sure we got our date. This is not the typical stuff that's hitting. It's the really weird, obscure stuff, which really lets you know that it's happening. There's that V for Vendetta, 726 days. Just absolutely mind-blowing stuff. This is just mind-blowing. So that's everything. I think now we can get to the prep. So, well, we're in the prep. That was one of the things about the prep, was taking you to that. Okay. So next up, perfect 33 days after eclipse to 144 days to the next eclipse. 144 is the church. That's the abomination of desolation on October 2nd. 138 code on Her Majesty's Secret Service. Yep. Trump's number, the 163464, which is 6 times 14 times 1946, his number is 163464. When he times it by 2024, it actually gives you the 511 date that he's rising. It gives you the 33 after the eclipse, which is on 08. So you see 33, you see the 08 eclipse, and then you see the 511. And 511 is fused with 11-3, which is when One World Trade Tower opened, rose. That's the twin Trumps going down, but the Antichrist rising. One World Trade Tower is 11-3. And it's finally fused with 36, which is a triangular number of 666. If you add 1 plus 2 plus 3 all the way through 36, your sum is 666. That's telling you, he's rising on 5/11, 33 days after the 08. It's right there in your face. There's nothing you can do about it. Can't stop what's coming. So apparently I emailed that to me twice. So on Her Majesty's Secret Service, there was a card tag they all wrote in, and it said 6640 TT. Well, Trump Tower is 664 in height, which is your TT. Trump Tower, 664. 664 feet tall. And it's 58 stories. Why is it 58 stories? Because that's the last day he stands. On 59, he goes down. Fascinating. Hang on just a second. The one lunar eclipse to the other is 177 days. They're usually 177 or 176 days apart. Lunars are solars. And that rising day is perfect. It's that 33 and 144, which I think goes back to Revelation 12, King James Version, Bible Gateway, because it talks about a third of the angels going after the church. So, talking about the woman clothed with the sun, crown of 12 stars, that's the church. And it says, where's the part? Hang on, I'll find it. And his tail drew a third part of the stars from heaven. And that 33 is their big number, Mystery Babylon's big number, and it stands for the 1/3. And then the rest of this is all about the church, and the woman fled into the wilderness, which is the church, the bride. And that's 144. So it's kind of like, didn't they say that that event took place? If I were to go to search it, just look for Revelation 12, I think. Revelation 12 event, 9/23/2017. So 9/23/2017. Nine 2017. Are you kidding me? It's 2,422 days, the exact same amount of days from the 2 total solar eclipses that make the X across America. Do you see that these are obscure ciphers, unlike any that we ever track? It's 6 years, 7 months, 18 days, 7/18. Porsche 9/11, Porsche 7/18. 9/11 was about the rising. That's to the rising day right there. 79 months, 18 days, 79 is murder, 18 is 666. But the important thing is the days. Forget the rest of it. The rest of it's minutia. It's the same amount of days. This is unbelievable. I've never seen anything like this before. I've never even come close to seeing anything like this before. This is a done deal, case closed. Class dismissed. All right. if this is really the truth about when the events are going to occur, then the Lord, of course, gave it to us if we're right. If we're wrong, it's just our flesh being as usual. So I just want to say, uh, if we're correct, all praise and glory, of course, goes to the Holy Spirit, which gives you discernment to understand His Word and to also understand the world around you. And I'm glad y'all are here. I love you very much. Love to read your comments. Ask questions anytime. Give insight, whatever you've got. That's what we're all here for, right? All right, love you.